Hi everybody, welcome to Gunpla TV.
Hey guys.
Brought to you by HobbyLink Japan. This is episode 219.
219.
219, and I see you've got your assigned kits complete.
Yeah, aren't they cute?
Looks like you had a hard weekend there.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I did too. I built my HG Lupus.
I hope you didn't catch Lupus.
Yep. You can't catch it. It's genetic. We gotta be careful because, you know, I'm sure there are people out there who are unfortunate enough to have to battle diseases like that. And we don't want to belittle anyone's difficult situation. So let's cheer up, everybody, because I got good news.
Okay.
Right, let's not start on a downer. We got the new list from Bandai Hobby.
Yes.
Which is their model kit division.
It's the first of the month.
First week of the month. And we know what's coming in December now. We knew a couple of them already. You know, the Giants, Zaku, Thunderbolt, version Cop. We knew that.
It's going to be a busy month.
It's going to be a busy month because, look, we have an RG build strike now. We've shown this already on the Gunpla Expos and everything else. So people know what they're looking at. The RG build strike full package.
Yeah.
It's confirmed for December.
Confirmed. Our first Build Fighters RG kit.
There you go.
The first of many to come, I'm sure.
Shut up. We also have HG Origin kits. We knew the gun cannon early type is coming.
Right.
But now we have the Bugu, they call it.
The Bugu?
The Bugu. Ramba Bugu. Yeah, and then we have Char Zaku's 1.
Okay.
Origin, all right. Unfortunately, we don't have color images. Maybe I'll get them in time to insert in the video when I'm editing, but we don't know that yet. So we're just holding up these photocopies that we get, right? So we also have news from IBO, the newest season of IBO. And we kind of saw these already, right? We know about the Vidal, the HG Vidal, which came to right here.
Vidal Saloon.
The Vidal Sassoon, right? And the Gundam Flauros. Gundam Flauros actually is cool with the mounted cannons.
Right, it's got some nice looking weapons on that thing.
Yeah, actually, this guy looks like he's going to be loaded down pretty good. And you know the IBO stuff is generally pretty inexpensive.
Yes.
What you're getting. So, but the big news, I wish I could show it to you, is the WanWan Full Mechanics Vidal.
The full mechanics.
They hinted at this. They had the at the Gunpla Expo in Ikebukuro. They had this.
Oh, okay.
But it was all kind of like, whoa, what's this?
Right. Well, if you watch the anime, I believe this is the suit they show behind the masked man.
Okay.
So it's it's the new masked man suit.
Right, cool.
Who is the masked man?
It does come with the new realism frame. That's what they're calling the full mechanics frame now. It's the realism frame. So when this first full mechanics Barbatos Lupus arrives next month, we're gonna have to bust out the other 1/100.
Ah, okay.
Barbatos and do a comparison.
Which one? Sixth form, first form?
Probably the sixth form. I think I'm already giving away the first form already. So yeah, you're gonna have to dig into your closet, Todd.
Okay.
And pull out the 1/100, and we will compare frames.
Okay, I do have a complete frame for the first form Barbatos that doesn't have armor on it.
Oh, that's what you need to bring in. Compare that, please.
Sure.
There's new weapon sets, right? Customized option set, they call it. 7. Number 7.
Number 7, and it's going to come with another one of those little. What do they call it?
Doesn't show it here. It just shows the cannons, the assault rifles, and this giant rail gun. On the backpack.
Okay, it's hard to believe it doesn't come with a little assault car thing.
The mobile worker.
Mobile worker, that's what it was.
And one thing that we're going to talk about in this episode.
Yeah.
So we're not going to go into too much detail right now. Is we have the new Petit'gguys.
Petit'gguys.
Which turns out to be the Petit'gguy Black Catcos.
They got some funky names.
And cat costume. Oh, it's like a cat costume and dog costume. WanWan white and dog cos, which is probably dog costume. But we'll talk about more about that because this thing here kind of leads into these things here. So I'm not going to give anything away. But one thing, I guess, remember when we were at the Gunpla Expo? Not Gunpla Expo. At the Tokyo Model Show.
Right.
In Big Sight. And they had the silhouette of IBO Box HG kit. Right. And we didn't know. I thought it looked like a transporter, you know, how it was big and kind of just big angles.
Right.
It looks like something that might have wings.
It does. It looks rather bird formy.
It says if you compare it to the HG Barbatos Lupus, it is really big.
It looks big in that shadow
And the only name they give us, a temporary name, is Large Mobile Weapon. Okay. So we have a giant mobile weapon, which is quite a bit larger than the Barbatos HG Lupus here. Looking at this image, it's going to be like this big.
That big?
It's
pretty wide.
They want to sell it for 4,000 yen.
That's not a bad price for the size of it.
Considering it might be this big.
Right.
But, of course, we don't know any details because it hasn't appeared on the anime yet, as far as I know. So, We'll talk more about these probably next week when we have the proper images and details and stuff. But we got this now, and by the time you watch this episode, it will be on our site. All of these for pre-order. And you probably already pre-ordered them. If you haven't, get over there.
Some of them already are on the site, I believe.
Yeah, IBO. So I'll just put this over here.
Bye.
Speaking of IBO, before I get into my Lupus here, the first of its kind, let's talk about this new thing that just came in. It is the Hugo.
The Hugo, although in Japanese it's Hugo.
I know it is Hugo, and we're like, Hugo, like the car, right?
Right.
Oh, it's the Hugo, and then we see the box, Hugo.
Oh, they changed it. Hugo would have been cool.
Yeah.
From Yugoslavia.
Sometimes the fluffy foo sound in Japan is like hu or hu. So maybe they didn't want people to call it the Fugo. So they went Hugo. But it's looking pretty interesting if you look at here with the giant ring on the back there. But then of course it comes off like a weapon. So
it looks interesting.
It looks interesting, and of course I haven't yet seen it in action because I haven't watched that first episode. It's on there. Take that before I take it back.
Exciting.
Okay, so that's all. That's the only thing that came this week. Next week we have the more new IBOs, right?
I think we get like one more kit next week.
Justina
like
every
week this month we get like one HG.
That's the downside to when they're trying to release them alongside the episodes on television is that if it doesn't show up on the episode, they don't want to release the kits.
Right.
They're going pum, pum, pum. So okay, I'm gonna let you go first because I see you got another box over there.
I do. So we didn't get a chance to show this last week, so we're gonna take a look at the Lightning Back Weapon System Mark III.
All right.
So last week there was one more kit that we were going to show you, but well, we forgot, and we kind of ran out of time too, I guess. So. We're back again another week, so I have a chance to show you guys here. Of course, it doesn't exactly look like a traditional Gundam, because it's actually one of the backpacks. This is the Lightning Back Weapon System Mark III. Okay. So this is one of those build fighter backpack kits, and this is intended to be used with Yuma Kosaka's Lightning Gundam.
Okay.
And usually that mobile suit is gray and blue, tiny little bit of red, but this is the first time his backpack has been all red, so it's kind of an interesting color choice to go with that mobile suit, I think.
Okay.
But here we have it, not in backpack form, but as it is in its kind of flight bird form, I guess you could say. It's kind of cool looking, I think. It's got positionable wings. You can move them in and out, and you can rotate them up or down, however you want to do it. If you want to leave it in bird form, but I think most people that buy this would probably just buy it to use it as a backpack.
Yeah, you got to slap it on one of your Gundams.
Slap it on one of the Gundams. Alright, so before I get into that though, there's one thing that I wanted to mention. There's these here, it's on all of the wings. We have these things that flip out, and you could pull it off, and you have your beam saber handle.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my! But it doesn't come with the beam sabers.
Well, I'm sure every model you get other than this one will come with beam sabers.
Yeah, you probably have 100 of them sitting in a box somewhere anyway.
That's right.
If you really, really wanted that option, there you go.
Could you replace those with the beam saber handles from the other kits? I imagine.
Yeah, probably, as long as they
fit down there.
Yeah, are thin enough to slide on in here.
All right.
All right. So you guys want to see the actual meat and potatoes of this kit?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a backpack, right?
It's supposed to be a backpack. It's in the name. It's the back weapon system. Okay. All right. So first off, we got to take off this gun. It's kind of like a gun.
Looks like a head, but looks like a gun.
It's got the handle, but it's missing. There's actually no gun inside.
Okay.
All right, but we'll take a look at that later. All right, so for the backpack, to attach this kit onto a mobile suit, they give you one single peg.
Okay.
So if you've got those kits that have the 2-hole pegs in the back, you're going to need a adapter or to drill it out if you want to do that. So first you're going to rotate this up, and then you're going to rotate the wings down. And that's all you need to do for backpack mode, but we need a kit to put this on, don't we?
Do you have your lightning?
I have to admit, my lightning is not here.
Okay.
But I think I found a suitable example.
Okay.
What's in the box?
The Lightning Back Weapon System 3.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Dun dun dun
Ta-da.
dun.
This is not RG.
That's right. This is the HG, which we were going
This
to
is
use
the
as a
HG.
comparison, but
Right, I
we
brought
were
this.
so blown away by the RG, we forgot about the HG.
Completely forgotten. He's been sitting on my desk ever since.
Mm-hmm.
But I just happened to notice that on his back he has that one peg connection.
Okay.
So he's going to finally get his chance to be a star and shine on camera.
That's right. Oh, he had his chance when he originally came out. We talked about this guy a lot.
Oh,
I love
okay.
this kit.
Yeah, it still looks good. It doesn't have that fancy gold, but
Yeah.
it's still a great kit. There we go. All right, so let's plug it in and let's have a look.
Oh my
shall we?
goodness.
Okay.
You know, he already usually in the Shenanju has a very large backpack.
He does.
So this kind of just looks good.
Yeah. And the Lightning is kind of a tall kit too, so
Yeah.
Sinanju is also a little bit of a tall kit. Whoops,
Oh.
don't fall back on me. There we go. You can see it from the front. Of course, the Sinanju is a bit big, so let me maybe take off that shield if I can do it without breaking the thing. There we go. So you can get a better look at it.
Yeah, looks good.
Okay. Yeah, so it doesn't have to just be the Lightning, guys.
I think we found our next kit bash.
There you go.
Get out the paint.
Alright, so let's take a look at this weapon too.
Okay.
Can we get it to work with Sinanju's rifle?
Yeah, they say this is supposed to work with rifles or something.
Yeah, so we know it works with the Lightning rifle, but how about the Sinanju rifle? Let's take a look here. Ooh. Oh my.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Plastic meets plastic.
Plastic meets plastic. There we go.
And it doesn't look half bad.
No.
I think we've found our next Gundam Builders World Cup entry.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
I
gotta
like
get
what I'm
that-
seeing here.
Gonna win myself a gold trophy with this masterpiece.
Just enter the junior division.
Oh, there
No,
we go.
even that you wouldn't win because some of those are just crazy.
Yeah, some of
Sure,
some
they're
of those.
made by a
They're
10-year-old.
juniors, yeah. Okay, I'm not knocking. Maybe there actually are juniors out there that do great work, and I'm proud of you guys. Keep it up. You're the future of Gunpla builders.
There you go.
All right, so that's it for the Lightning Back Weapon System Mark III. So yeah, that's an interesting look, I think.
I like it. I really like it.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
I
doesn't.
think with the Shenanju, he's so large with everything,
Right.
all that extra armor on, that if you were to put any kind of large backpack on him, he'd look pretty good.
He does look
That
good.
does look
You'd have to repaint it to match up the colors, but not so bad.
good. No, it would work. It would work.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
I'm digging that. Now I've got some ideas.
Right. Oh, don't steal my idea. I gotta enter this into the
Got to build his World
the
Cup.
builder. Yeah.
Gotta go next year because this year they're already like
I
entries are
know.
over, I think. so.
Well, all right. Don't
Okay.
you guys steal my idea either. I want
All
you.
right, all right. Trademarked.
Trademarks.
Todd.
Yeah.
From Gundam TV. You can enter because you're part of the industry.
Oh.
Sorry.
You serious?
I don't know. I tried to enter the Zaku competition with
Right.
my big Shin Musha that I made, and it never showed up amongst any of the entries. Even though I bought a little disc to send them all the images on,
Really?
like a disc, not a disc. Memory
Did you
card.
have to like say where you work?
Well, I just filled out all the stuff that they have in the application form, and I put my website on there, and maybe they went to the website and went, "Oh, this guy gets all his stuff from HLJ." So
Okay. I just.
I was out.
When I enter my stuff, I'm going to have no links to anything
There you go.
personal
Yeah.
work.
When you win, I won't rat you out.
Okay. I want my big golden trophy
Okay. We'll bring it on the show too.
someday.
Okay. All right.
Someday.
Good answer, I guess, the Japanese guys.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Maybe I'll take a flight back to America for
Just,
the.
it's just the same, man. Did you see the winner of the American?
Yeah, they're
contest?
pretty good.
It's awesome. It's
It's,
amazing.
it's getting more and more difficult,
Mike's
I
great.
think, in this
Totally name drop
competition.
right there. Okay. You have two more little things to talk about there.
I do. It's Bear Guy time.
That's right.
Bucci Bear Guy time. All right, so let's play some music. It's Poochie Bear Guy time.
Yeah, it's turning into a regular segment on this episode.
Well, I think it kind of is. I mean, we didn't build the Panda Guy though, did we?
Oh, I built the Panda Guy.
Do we have the Panda Guy in the show? I don't know.
Yeah, we had the Panda Guy and we had the two before, the brown
Yeah, we
and
had
the white.
brown, the white. We had the Panda Guy.
Yeah.
And then soon we're going to have, after these two guys, there's going to be was it the bunny and the cat?
Is there a cat and a dog?
Cat and the dog? I don't remember which, but
yeah.
They keep coming out.
Yeah, they do.
We're going to have more Poochie Bear Guys.
Okay.
All right, so we have two new Petitguys here.
Yeah.
And this is the Petit'gguy, Surf Green, and guitar.
Yeah, he does have a guitar there, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, he's ready to play some chords, and he's going to join Metallica and
No, what are you talking about? It's surf music.
surf.
It's playing the Beach Boys.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you got to start off somewhere, I guess.
That's rocking with the Beach Boys.
And then next up we have Petit'gguy, Rampapum Purple, and drum. And some drumsticks. Isn't this exciting? Alright, so this looks like your standard Petit'gguys, right?
Yep.
And
They sure do.
look just like the regular ones. Alright, so I've built quite a few of these Petit'gguys.
I can tell, because isn't the stand that they're standing on not from that kit?
Actually, no. The surf guy comes with brown because his guitar is brown. And the white is because the drum is white. So.
Yeah, I knew that, but for a second I thought you stole the white base from my milky white
Oh.
head. I was like, what are you doing, man?
I stole your white base and I stole the brown base from my brown one.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't come with the purple or the green base.
Okay.
So that actually kind of gives you a hint. There's a little bit something different with these kits that I discovered when I built them.
Okay.
Because I've built pretty much, I've never built the Petit'gguy. That one was a complete new kit, new mold for the Petit'gguy kit. Usually, for the most part, and I brought this here to show you, this was the original Petit'gguy release, and I inked up the name so you guys could kind of have an easier time to read the thing. So the yellow, the blue, the red, and the pink ones, and then the white, the brown, and of course the light blue. This is the one that came with the Bear Guy family kit, so the mama and the baby, he's the light blue. So this is the original. All of those kits have shared the same runner. And this runner is the Bear Guy F.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see it there. I just put a little bit of ink to get it to stand out. And these are actually the two runners that you get for the Petit'gguy kit from the F and what come with all of the other Petit'gguy kits to date. But starting from these kits, they actually have new runners.
Okay.
And I noticed that because this runner, I'm so used to building these things, I looked at this thing and I was like,
and immediately you knew.
Wait a second. This is not the same. And I knew that because on the original, there's one thing that kind of drives me nuts with these kits. And that is where they decided to have the connecting point, the gate mark for this front body part.
Yeah.
And it's right here on the bottom, and that's kind of like a difficult curve section. So when you clip it off,
it's no longer curved.
It's no longer curved, so I always have to go in there with my file and I have to reshape the curve to get it nice and perfectly fit.
You are dedicated, Todd. Reshaping the curve on your 400 yen Bear Guy.
400 yen Bear Guy kit. But otherwise, it just stands out like a sore thumb. You've got this ugly looking tab, or if you cut it too short, then it looks bad too. So you kind of have to deal with that. But the new kits, you don't have to do that anymore. Nice. They finally moved the connecting point to the side, and it's so much easier. So we have, this is a complete, so they have, this is a new one. And you'll notice there's a couple of things you're no longer getting with the Poochie Bear Guys. For example, you are no longer getting the seat. Okay. So the seat is gone from the new Petit'gguys kit. I don't know if that really bothers a whole lot of people. You still get this small connector port. That's still in there. Okay. But there's one more difference, and let me show you here. And one thing also you'll notice about these new runners These are marked as Petitgguy C instead of the Petitgguy F from the original. So these are all Petitgguy C runners. So I'm going to call it Petitgguy version 1.3.
Well, the one you marked up is an I runner, and its pair runner is a J. So now we got K and L.
K and L.
Yeah.
I'm getting all crazy.
Yeah.
There's one more difference. There's one more difference. There's one more change they made, which I kind of found to be interesting. And here, let me show you, comparing them side by side. And the difference is on the back. So if you look at the back on the original, the tail would plug into this nub that sticks out on the back side there. But on the new C Runner, there's no longer a nub. They redesigned it, and it's now a hole in the back.
Okay.
So I'm guessing they did that because we have, like it was mentioned earlier, we'll have that the dog and the cat guy. So maybe they
different tails.
Different tails. So we're gonna have more options for tails. I guess they figured it was going to be easier to have a connector that plugged in instead of the other way. So the tail itself also, the old one had that inside section, and the new one has a thing that sticks out. So
that's cool.
there's some slight differences with this new Petitgguy. So it's not just the same old Petitgguy. We got some kind of slightly newer version Petitgguys. New parts. So if you're going to take a Petitgguy to modify and make some kind of crazy design, I don't know who would do that, but if you're that type of person, maybe the Surf Guy and Rapapan might be better starting points than the originals. Of course, really, whatever you have is going to be good to begin with. So I think that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot to show with this other than that. So that's it for this month's edition of Petitgguy time.
Petitgguy time. I like them.
Yeah, they're cute.
Although I imagine you keep saying that, oh, they're cute, and you buy them, and before you know it, your entire shelf is just one big row of.
Yeah, well, you can connect these bases, so just make a big line of all the different kits.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. But it's time for the real meat and potatoes of this episode.
That's right. And this meat and potatoes Barbatos doesn't have much meat on them, but maybe a little bit more than the original.
Yeah, this is a little bit bulkier.
So yeah, let me go into detail about this guy, the hero of the newest series of Gundam animation. Okay, everybody, here it is, the Barbatos Lupus. Lupus means wolf, so here it is. Here's the wolf from the newest series. Todd, did you watch it?
Yeah, I did.
You did. All right. Nice. I think it looks good. Just going on looks, I think it's a step up from the original Barbatos.
Yeah, it's gained some meat.
It's gained some meat, particularly in the side skirts here, and of course the shoulders. The shoulders, we might as well talk about them here. They're actually designed. I'm going to pop this off. It might be easier. They're actually designed with a extra frame part in there that slides, so you can see. I can pull it back in and out, twist it around. So, what that allows you to do, and the box art tells you this. That's why I know. Hold on, let me make sure I got this right. It says, has movable shoulder parts to prevent interference and increase range of motion. Or some such thing. If I can get it back together.
Uh-oh.
Maybe this was a mistake I didn't need to make on camera. No? There we go. That's how it's supposed to be. So you will encounter that actually a couple times if you try to pull this off. So just be careful. But it will tilt. It will tilt. And most of the times you're just going to be trying to tilt it up to use the arm, because the default position kind of points downwards.
Right.
And I guess I can point out that, hey, instead of a sticker or anything like that on the shoulders of the Barbatos, you get 2 plastic parts, and it looks much, much better. I thought that this thing had less stickers. It still has stickers, though. Don't get me wrong. It still has stickers, but they're kind of much easier to swallow. These tiny things on the leg here. You have them on top of the backpack. You have them on the side skirts. These ones can be kind of tricky because they have to fold over 2 parts so they're close together. And then you have them on either side of the piece of the back of the knee and the heel.
Oh, they put it on the heel.
Yeah, you didn't notice that, did you? This means my sticker work is exceptional.
Okay.
If you thought that was plastic, it means I did it right. So, just like the original Barbatos, these little sections can come off. And you have the arms that you can plug on. I guess it's this one. Right? Plug this back here. And if you want to, then you can hold the weapon. Right? But I think that looks kind of lame.
The support.
The support. I mean, it's a big weapon. It is a big weapon, but you know what? Kind of sucks.
No.
I guess. With the original Barbatos, remember the weapon it came with?
What do you? The corn cob or
The
the?
giant mace. Wasn't that awesome?
Yeah.
But it also came with something else, didn't it? It came with a sword. And you could mount both of them in there. With the Lupus, you get that. And that's it.
A great sword.
It is a great sword. It looks pretty cool even. It looks great, but just one? Like you give me two of these things? Why? Why did you give me two of these things?
Okay, I guess he wasn't meant to dual wield.
I guess not. Poor guy. Poor guy. I feel like he's just kind of, you know, he's the newest child who doesn't get the things that the first child got.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
maybe.
he's the 7th form, I guess.
That's right. The 7th child, they get nothing. It does have the high heels though.
Yeah.
It definitely keeps that trend going.
Look at those stilettos.
Look at those stilettos, and he can go like that.
Oh man.
Get up on his tippies.
Okay.
Like that. I found if you try to bend the leg forward, like this, you might have an issue with these armor pieces kind of getting caught underneath.
Uh-oh.
So you got to make sure that they're down so you can use that motion in the knee, in the ankle.
Okay. Looks like he's about to do that Russian dance.
Yeah, you know, it's probably pretty talented. Okay, now, when we unboxed this on last week's episode, we showed the frame runner, and it was Gundam frame 4.
Was it? Yeah, I think it was 4.
Which I think is the kit that came with the Astral, but also maybe the last form of the Barbatos that we got.
The 6th form?
The 6th form. I think that's it. And for the most part, you are using the entirety of that frame. And any new pieces come on the new B runner, which is the multicolored runner, which is where you get the different pieces for the elbow, back of the arm there. But all the other pieces seem to come from that same Gundam frame, and you can see that this is all that I did not use from the original frame.
Not so much.
It's just the elbow pieces that go on the outside of the arm here. That's all. All the rest of it is from the new stuff, and it's kind of odd because if you look at the pattern on this, the opposing piece when you build the Barbatos had the same pattern because they all come on the same runner, right?
Right.
Well, now with this new pieces coming on the new runner, it's just the outside of the elbow.
Okay.
So I've got this pattern here, but if I flip it over, I've got a different pattern on the inside. Well, I guess, it's an HG.
You're not supposed to see the inside one so much.
It's an HG.
We'll have to see what happens on that 100 scale version of this kit.
Yes, that's coming
Are we
soon
going to have mismatching?
Mismatching elbows. I hope they don't do that. One thing I want to mention is, with the other kit, the original HG Barbatos, I felt sometimes that it just wasn't very sturdy when put together. Like I thought pieces would come off. This torso piece sometimes would come off on the original Barbatos.
Yeah, that
It doesn't
happened.
move. It is on there rock solid. It's great. And now this side piece here as well. It fits in using a slot and a little heart-shaped connection.
Ooh,
Probably
okay.
hard to see, but
Yeah, maybe
the
can't
way
get in there.
they've designed that, once you put it on there, it's not going to drop off like we experienced with I think the other Barbatos, and I think the 100 had that issue as well. So gone are the days when you have to worry about the side of the torso armor parts.
Right.
Right. So here he is. You do get these little arms that, like I showed you, you can plug into the backpack here. You do get a stand adapter for your action base, for your HG action base, but you also get 2 new hands.
Oh.
And these hands, they're bent down, so I think it's a really tight fit up here. So I think if you pull this off and you grab your bent down hand, it creates a little space there. So you
So you can
yeah.
hold on to that weapon
You can
at a
hold
better
on to that.
angle.
Exactly, it's not going to brush up against the cuff of his arm and fall off. So
I hate when that happens.
I also hate things many, many things. Hold on. Let's make sure I got the right part on here. 1, 2, 3. Come on. 4. That's right. Sorry, guys. You can't mix up the side pieces here, or the white pieces on your hands.
Right, you got to get it right.
Well, they're not interchangeable, left and right side. Yeah, so this has to go on this right hand. And if you don't, then you can't close the arm up and the weapon can't be held. So here he is, holding his great sword, and his whole body wants to go whoop, whoop,
Yeah, that
whoop, whoop.
upper torso
Yeah,
joint is always kind of...
Every IBO kit has that issue with because of the one connection there and all that space around it. But of course, he's pretty sturdy, so let me just bend these arms. Remember, we have a whole frame in there, everybody. Alright, so here we go. Here we go. If I need to, I'll move that red piece to create some more space. There we go. So he can stand like he's pulling it off his back, ready to come at you, bro. Right? And I guess I'll free up some space on this hand as well, and we'll get some tree chopping action here.
Oh.
If possible. If possible. The hand actually is pretty strong, so the whole shoulder comes off. Okay. You with me, everybody? Not you.
There
You're not
goes
with
the
me.
other arm.
You're not with me. You're either for me or against me. Okay. How do I want to turn this? I have to make sure I get the angle right so I can use this wrist. 1. Maybe I should have kept the original wrist.
Uh-oh.
Well, I like the bent wrists because it's a heavy piece of equipment, and naturally you would have that happen. But okay.
There we go.
He's stepping up to the plate. He's been batting 300 for the new season. He's been hot right out of the gate here. He still wants to droop.
Yeah.
But his feet, even though they're high heels, there's a lot of surface area on the bottom of the front, so he can be pretty balanced. So Lupus, and of course next month is the 1/100, so I'm more excited about that for this one. So
Bigger
this guy
version.
he'll probably go on the shelf and get given away at some point in the future.
Okay.
Because I'm just
Some
super generous.
lucky winner.
No, I'm not super generous. Yeah, let's just keep that over here. You
Okay.
picked up your own Lupus, Tosh?
I did buy Lupus.
Yeah, I figured you would. Now,
I gotta have that 7th form so I can have them all in a row.
that's right. It's all about continuity and consistency. So we have some comments now.
We
Now,
do.
in the last episode, we mentioned, hey, what if somebody mentioned our top 5 moments in Gunpla TV, and I said, hey, why not let us know what are your top 5 moments
That's a good idea.
in Gunpla TV, and some people actually paid attention to what I was saying at that time,
Right.
because they listed their top 5 moments.
Thank you, people.
So I took those comments and I put them in there, and I would like you to read them.
Okay, so
Okay.
we got quite a few
Quite
comments
bit
to
of
go
text here.
through.
Bear with us.
All right, are you guys
For our
ready?
What is it? Viewer chosen
Viewer chosen.
top 5 moments
Okay,
by 5 people.
it'll be interesting to see. I haven't been in the show that long, if you
Yeah,
think about it.
But
So
you still make an appearance, maybe.
I already made the top 5.
Yeah,
Wow.
This just shows how poor our performance is.
Oh, you can't say that.
I know. You fit right in, Todd. Didn't miss a beat.
Thank you.
Okay. So hurry up.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
And let's begin with the first comment by Liminator.
Nader, he's a frequent commentator.
Okay, Liminator, the commentator. There we go.
Nice.
The top 5 moments of top 5 moments of Gunpla TV moments.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5.
Okay.
When you guys said PG Unicorn Banshee was on sale,
Yep.
and I went and got one.
Ah, that's right. And they joined the PG Master Race. and
Yeah.
All is well with Luminaire's life at that time.
Okay. All right,
Love that kid.
number 4.
Mhm.
Hey, Todd's Ball Guy.
There you go.
LOL.
Comes in number 4.
Number 4, okay.
That's right.
Number 3. Sid's Custom Kits.
Okay.
They all look so cool and special. I like the Shin Musha the most.
Mm-hmm.
Then Thunderbird Sinanju.
Yeah, the Yellowbird Shinanju.
Yeah.
I should have called it Thunderbird.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just sitting right over there in the display case.
Yeah.
Can't take them home, they got ruined, so
Ah,
they've been there, sitting in there the entire time.
looks nice.
I know, I stare at them every now and then. Go,
Yeah.
yeah, those were the days when I had time. So,
The good old days.
that's right.
All right, moving on. Number 2. First couple episode where Sid goes around showing warehouse, explaining kits and tutorials.
Yeah, we're back
Very
in the
good
day.
to recommend when someone has interest in Gunpla and want to learn a bit more before jumping in.
Yeah, we were informative at one point way back.
At one point,
We were informative.
the good old days.
It's all about introductions.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah,
be
yeah.
good in your introductions.
Well, you never know what the future will bring, I guess.
I don't know, I think we're still informative. It's just,
Mm.
yeah. There's some things we could do again, but we haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
There's plans to do them, but we're waiting on certain things.
Yeah, that's true. When time
It's all up
allows.
here. I got plans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Future plans.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Number 1, the big one. Every time new episode comes on, I get little excited and stop whatever I am doing to watch it. I wish it was more regular, like once a week, but I know you guys are doing this for us, even though you all have busy schedule.
That's true.
Maybe not Todd, since he's customizing his balls.
That's fine. Tom's the least busiest of the people who are involved with Gunpla TV at this time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spending too much time with my balls.
Hey, if you have that time, I have work I can give to you because
Oh,
I got a lot.
I think I have enough to do.
Okay.
All right, moving on. The next top 5 is from Eva 697.
He's a recent winner of one of the kits we gave away. I recognize his name.
Okay, his is listed out of order, but I'll start with number 5.
Okay.
Number 5, the tutorial for the full armor Gundam version Ka.
Yeah. That was fun.
All right, number
That
4.
kit was so good I built it twice.
Oh yeah, you did. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Number 4, review of the High New Gundam version Ka.
That's
Okay,
another great kit.
yeah, that one was a couple of years
I love
ago.
that kit. I still, when I take all my boxes home and they start piling up, I put them into bigger boxes and put them in my closet and everything else. But the High New Gundam version Ka, the box is still out because I keep looking at it and thinking, I'm going to get on that.
Yeah.
I want to do this with that.
Get
And
some-
I can't bring myself to put it away out of my sight because I like that kit so much.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Number 3,
Mhm.
tutorial for priming Gunpla.
Yeah, I was like episode 12 or something.
Okay, in the
Way
beginning.
back then. I showed them how to paint using primer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, number 12, if you guys want to go back and look at it around there.
Yeah.
Number 2,
Mhm.
live video of the HGUC Neo Zhong.
Yeah, we live streamed that build. The entire thing. Were you here at that time?
Nope.
From the monster thing? Yeah, we live streamed it. We built the entire thing on camera. Thank goodness it was an HG.
The thing is monstrous. I think
Yes.
it's still sitting over there, isn't it?
Yeah, we have it on the shelf over there.
Mhm. It's a big one.
It's a big one.
I think it's in stock recently, too.
Yeah, they
'cause it
actually
was-
finally did a restock of that.
Right, because it came and we had, or I wasn't here at that time, but it was in a lot of shops around that time and
Yeah.
it was gone and you couldn't find it for
Yeah.
like a year.
Yeah, you had to wait. I think they did the restock around the time to coincide with the RG Sinanju release.
Yeah.
So they were pumping out UC stuff again.
But I don't think the RG Sinanju fits in it because the hips are too wide, I heard.
I heard that it does, but you need to adjust something. But I haven't tried it yet.
okay.
Maybe I'll have to bring it in and try it. Dig it out of the box over there and grab the Shinanju from my desk. And
Right.
some people have asked.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
Okay. If you have both, you have an extra bazooka.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Future plans.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1,
Yeah.
tutorial for the High New Gundam version Ka.
There you go. See, I think that's when we showed how to put on the water slide decals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that was pretty tricky. So.
I think you did water slide decals with Ryan at one point too on a lacrosse kit.
Yeah, we've done them across kit and the airplanes he builds, and I've done how to apply decals just in normal model. Like we used the Gun Cannon MG 2.0 or something. Not the 2.0, whatever it is.
Water slides are
Water
great.
slides are great, unless you don't have the time to go back and top coat it.
That too.
Yeah. All right. So who's next?
Next up is the top 5 from Robot Nixon.
Okay.
All right, so is
Robot Nixon. That's from Futurama, right?
Oh.
Or Headless Nixon.
Okay, so
What
it
am I
is kind
thinking
of
of?
related to President Nixon.
I remember.
I remember that character.
Futurama, and they have the Hall of Heads, and it's the president's
Right,
heads, and
right.
Nixon's always like talking, and they put him on. I'm gonna go watch Futurama now.
Good old Nixon.
History will remember him.
I am not a crook.
That's right.
All right, number 5.
Yeah.
Ryan building the tank.
Yeah.
Was fun to watch him go through the build.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of tank did he build?
I think he built the Gundam tank.
Ah,
And
that
then
thing.
painted it. Yeah, I think
The
they
big
were-
one, the 35th scale one.
I believe so.
With
and
the
it
dual
had-
barrels?
Yeah, and it had the photo etch parts you got, and we tried putting them on.
Oh, okay. I have that thing on order, but it never comes back in stock.
Yeah, just gotta wait.
Oh, eventually.
Like the museum, yeah, come around eventually.
Yeah. Maybe next year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 4.
Okay.
Hey, ball guy. Needs no explanation.
That's right, because we already read it up there. There's no explanation. Okay, carry on number 3 then.
Number 3. Every episode covering Gunpla Expo.
Okay.
I like seeing what new kids are calling for me to destroy my wallet.
That's right, which is like all of them.
Yeah. And number 2.
Yeah.
Sid's early tutorials. They helped me get more into Gunpla.
Okay.
All right,
Another
and
call for tutorials.
yeah, more tutorials.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Yeah, what's number 1?
Ball guy.
Ball guy.
Our spherical overlord demands 2 mentions.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
2 mentions of Todd's balls in that list.
Yeah, everyone's loving my balls.
We have to be careful not to continue this too much further.
All right.
All right, next list. My goodness, what have we started?
Jack's Improving Gunpla says, top 5 LOLs from what I have watched.
Okay.
Number 5, Sid take a new apprentice, Star Wars style.
Yeah.
Who was
fun.
that?
Yeah, I remember that. That was fun.
That was a good episode. It was fun.
Mhm.
Number 4,
Yeah.
getting 2 dudes to ride each other.
Yeah, that was the boss build, I think, with Scott.
Scott about Common Rider.
Yeah. That was kind of funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3,
Mm-hmm.
Ball Guy.
Oh.
Okay.
You have short memories.
Yeah, it's recent. But... well, are you saying it
It's like
wasn't
the
a
top
great
metal
moment?
albums of all time, and it's like, what was that album that came out last year?
Yeah. What was Metallica's latest album?
Exactly. Slipknot, greatest metal band of all time. You know, oh, I've been through that.
Oh boy.
You're okay. Carry on.
Number 2, Ryan looking at anime lady bits in the warehouse.
Yeah.
It's never a good time.
That was like episode 25 or something. That was way
He
back.
was just learning more about the merchandise.
It's like, he has to. You gotta know what you're selling, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Got to go out in that warehouse, look
Called
for
research.
everything.
It's important.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah.
Got to get my research on.
Yep.
And number 1,
Yep.
Puzzle TV. Cosplay TV.
Uh,
2 princesses got me in trouble at parent-teacher event. Thanks.
yeah. What episode was that now? One of the anniversary episodes, like 50 or something. 100. Travis was here at the time, so
Oh,
I
okay.
had Travis and Ryan do a little like figure TV or cosplay TV, and they winged it. And they did pretty good. But what did he say? Got him in trouble at a parent-teacher event?
I guess I'm wondering if he was watching it while he was sitting in a parent-teacher
I
event.
want to know if he's the parent or if he's the teacher.
Oh.
or he's the parent or he's the student. Somebody got in trouble because of that.
Yeah.
You should be happy. All right.
All right.
Just don't watch us while you're driving. That's my only thing.
Yeah.
Watching your parent-teacher interviews, but not when you're driving.
Right. And don't be playing Pokemon Go while you drive either.
That's right. I am a passenger.
I am a passenger. Click, click, click.
Okay, carry on.
All right. Next up,
Yep.
Ben Bears.
Okay.
And Ben Bears doesn't give a list, but as for my favorite moment, that would have to be when Todd showed off all his gyans. Ooh, okay. All those puns really were gyantastic. Even if Sid had to make some effort not to eye roll.
Yeah, I just eye rolled.
Plus, it's nice to see someone show his enjoyment of any hobby.
Okay.
Just keep an eye on him, Sid. If he starts talking to them, it's never a good sign.
Yeah, well, whatever you do in your house is your business. I'm not,
The gyan.
whatever you do in the office is my business. So far it's been okay.
Okay, gotta start having some tea parties.
Hey now.
All right, and also he continues on.
Yeah.
Now, I was wondering, you guys, Sid and Todd, could you help me with something?
Oh, maybe.
I was wanting to pick up kits of the EW version main suits of Gundam Wing. Wing Zero, Heavy Arms, Death Scythe, Sandrock, Ultron, Epion. But in the 1/144th scale I prefer, thanks to RG and Space. I've heard the kits are a bit old and really need especially the Epion, my first ever Gundam kit actually. I wanted to know, in your honest opinions, if the Master Grade 1/100's difference in quality is enough to make an exception to get them in bigger scale, or that I should wait for a bit and see if Bandai releases some updated kits. Thanks for the help.
Ooh, wow, that's a lot in that question. First, the last part, waiting. It's tough to tell what Bandai has in store for new stuff.
Right.
Even if it's a new version of old stuff. Remember Gunpla Expo like 3 years ago, they had all the silhouettes for all the Wing Gundam kits, and they hinted that RGs would be coming, and we haven't seen any other ones besides the 2 wing suits. I don't know if waiting is your best option if you really want to build it. But he is correct that the old EW 1144 scale kits are kind of dated now.
They are a bit old.
How old are they? 20 years old or more?
Yeah, about 20 years, I think.
They're
because that was before HG started. Well,
yeah,
no,
they were kind of the start of HG.
Yeah, they did have the 144th, but Epion never got the HG.
Yeah.
The old Epion was part of the older 144th non-HG line of wing kits.
Yeah.
But they did have, I think, the Sandrock, they got a HG
they
kit.
The heavy arms.
The heavy arms got it. So like I think those the four ones got.
And those kits
HG
are always
kits.
popular. When Bandai eventually gets around to reproducing them, they tend to go fairly quickly because the restock time is so long, so the orders pile up. But there's still demand for them.
Right.
But, can you say that they are as good as the current kits? Especially MGs. The MGs are way more current.
Well,
Like
if they ever did
years.
anything new, wing related anime, then I could see. I mean, I think eventually the kits will come out. It's just how long do you want to wait?
Yeah.
If you have to have the kits now, then the Master Grade is really the only way to go.
I would say there's a way to test it for yourself. And the Epion is kind of excluded from this because if you look at the MG, the Sandrock, and the Shenlong, and those kits, they're all based on the same frame.
Right.
They're all the same size. The armor is a little bit different in most parts, but if you build one of them, you'll know what you're getting on all the subsequent ones, except for the Epion, which is its own beast.
Yeah.
And if you're an Epion fan, then you should probably pick up the MG.
The MG.
And build it. Remember, it transforms with that dragon.
Right. Well,
it's quite an impressive kit.
That's the one I'm hoping will turn into an RG next. Is the Epion. I figure either we'll get the Petitgguys or we'll get the Epion. One of those two will probably be the next RG. Would be my guess.
Death Scythe.
The Death Scythe RG. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope for the Epion, but Death Scythe would be good too.
Yeah. So you kind of have to make the decision on your own. Todd, if it were you would go with the MG. Just to,
if I had to have it now.
Yeah.
Although to be honest, I prefer 1/144th scale. It's kind of.
Well, I do too, just like this guy, but I prefer RG.
Yeah.
Much like this guy. So,
Depends how much of a rush.
At least, the Shenlong, the Sandrock, those MGs are some of the smaller stature MGs.
Right.
So space isn't such an issue, but when you get to the Epion and Death Scythe wing, it takes up more space just because of the backpacks and whatnot.
If you have to have it all spread out. But
Yeah.
you can close it down on itself.
Yeah. So, whatever you decide, let us know.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I want to see which way you went after our roundabout in circles somewhat kind of advice.
Right.
Yeah.
If you want to go really crazy, you could buy the old 1/44th scale kit and then buy something that has a newer frame,
Yeah, and
like
start
the
mashing
recently
things around.
released Wing Gundam, and then just cut off the armor from the old one and put it onto the wing.
Do what they did when the first RG Arc 782 came out. Somebody took the armor parts from an HG gym and made an RG gym.
Right.
Yeah.
So you could do that kind of stuff too. Just use that RG frame, and
There you go.
but that's going to be a lot of work.
Yes, it is.
A lot of cutting.
Yes. So, thank you, Todd, and thank you everybody who commented
thank
and
you guys.
told us their top 5 moments.
These were some great
Of course,
moments.
if you want to continue writing about your top memories, please go ahead. And now it's time for the part of the show that everybody's waiting for.
Whoa.
The DJ.
DJ.
I don't need to open this box again because we did last time.
Play that funky music, DJ.
That's not what the words are to that song. This goes to Tim480, who said,
Ooh.
I enjoyed the PG unicorn build, so that must be
Okay.
his favorite moment from Gunpla TV. And that's one of my favorite moments from Gunpla TV because I got to build that thing in front of the camera over like 8 episodes. 8
Yeah.
seasons. Before anybody else did because we got it early.
Yeah.
Those were the days. just like nigh 2.5 years ago when the PG Unicorn came out.
Right.
That was my peak. That was my peak. All right, so I will be contacting Tim480 via private message on HobbyLink TV, and he will have a chance to give me his full name and address and get that sent to him.
Okay.
For this week, it's kind of a small week with what we showed, the small kits and 1HG, and I thought, let's just keep it a little bit subdued. I'm not going to give away anything crazy because I like to save those for like the big episodes.
Okay.
However, I do have something cool. Quite often, Takaratomi, the
Oh.
they will give us sample model kits. So, really, this is Takaratomi. They'll give us sample model kits, and basically it's not built yet.
Ooh,
And they say, hey, if you want to build it or show it or whatever. And we usually don't ever have time because we're busy building Gundam. Check out that.
Ooh.
Right? So I thought, while I'm waiting to get around to building it, which I probably will never do, why not offer to somebody who might be a Thunderbirds fan?
Yeah.
Who will most certainly build it. So we're going to offer this up as a prize on Gunpla TV. If you're a Thunderbird fan, and today's your lucky day.
Okay.
Takaratomi, they sent us a couple of these. I have a couple more that I'll bring on in future episodes as well. Not this kit,
one. We only get one of each.
Another Takaratomi kit. And I thought I can do this now because it's a good time to mention that the MPZ-01 Shield Liger from that Takaratomi masterpiece thing with the motorized engine that goes that we showed.
That was the one Ryan built, right?
Yeah, that was the one Ryan built, and we showed it on the show, and it's very cool. And we of course sold out. We took some to the Anime Expo and sold out, but it looks like we're gonna be able to get our hands on some more.
More.
Yeah, somebody contacted us and said, "Hey, we have some. Would you like them?" And we're like, yeah. So I believe they'll be popping up back on the site in a couple weeks' time when we have them here. And I thought, why not remind myself to mention it on the show by giving away a Takaratomi kit?
Yeah.
All right. So somebody is going to get the mole from Thunderbirds.
Oh, that looks
And
cool.
if you want to, pick up that Shield Liger when it's back up as well. Okay, so I'll put that here. Todd, tell them how they win.
All right, you guys can win
so much time to practice.
by posting a comment on our blog, HobbyLink TV.
Nice.
So
episode 219.
Episode 219.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and post your comment.
Winners are
I
chosen
want
at
the
random.
mole. Winners are chosen at random.
That's right.
So,
Okay.
pretty good odds, I would say.
Okay. Now you want me to take over? Or
You want to take over? All right, I give it a go. All right, so
Okay.
remember, guys, we are brought to you by HobbyLink Japan. So remember to shop with us.
That's right.
Get your stuff with
Support the
us.
show.
You can find us on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on
Reddit.
Tumblr.
Yeah.
Okay, more. We're
YouTube.
on YouTube.
Twitter.
Yeah,
I
of
can't
course,
remember who said
YouTube.
that.
So
Yep. You can contact us, of course, through our customer service.
through our
portal and
customer
everything else.
service, we have a great customer service.
There you go. Okay. Well, you did pretty good.
Okay.
All right.
thank
So
you.
next week
next week.
we'll have more details about the stuff we just kind of hinted at.
Right.
Hopefully with some images that are in color because we don't get those yet.
Yeah.
We will have a Hugo to talk about. You'll
Hugo.
be talking about the Hugo. You go, Todd.
Okay.
Yeah. And whatever else we can cram to the episode.
All right.
All right.
Get some. Well, we'll see what else is going to come up, I guess.
Okay. We'll find something if possible. We have a short week, long weekend, so.
Yeah. It's a holiday weekend.
That's right.
Do you know what the holiday is for?
It's for Sports Day.
Sports Day.
That's
Okay.
right. So apparently on Sports Day, everybody's supposed to go out and do sports.
Yeah.
Actually, on Sports Day, you probably don't know this. They have, I think, in many of the big temples or major temples around Japan. I think Tokyo, Meiji Jingu. They have demonstrations for all the old martial arts styles and
Oh,
stuff.
really?
Yeah, because it's exercise, I guess.
Uh,
So I'd go out there and I'd watch people, doing their kata and demonstrating for people, and they got swords and weapons and everything else. And I got really sunburned, even though it's like winter. But it's really fun to watch. So
sounds interesting.
it is interesting, but I will not be going this year because I live further away from Tokyo.
Yeah, we're just a bit. I mean, we're close enough to be like, I can go to Tokyo whenever I want, but just.
As long as I provide myself 2 hours to get there.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's just leave it at that. Sports Day on Monday,
Sports Day.
but this episode should be up a day late. That's what we need to say.
Yeah.
But by the time you've watched the entire episode, you realize, hey, it's only up a day late, so we probably didn't need to say that. So I'm just gonna end it here. All right.
All right.
See you later.
See you guys.